students, and welcome to Zenit Tutorials once again. First of all, I would like to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for showing so much love in my previous videos. Now, in today's video lesson, we'll be talking about a very important topic of chemistry, that is chemical bonding. Now children, I have divided this chapter in 4 parts. In this video lesson, we'll be talking about the basics of chemical bonding. That is, what is chemical bonding? What is the reason for formation of this bond? What are the methods of formation of chemical bonding? And what are the periodic properties that affect the chemical bond formation? And also what types of atoms take part in different chemical bondings? And in our next 3 videos, we'll be talking about in detail electrovalent or ionic bonding, covalent bonding and coordinate bonding. Now children, I am very sure that if you watch all these 4 videos, you will be able to answer each and every question from this chapter in your board exams. I will make it so easy that your concepts of this chapter will be very clear and you'll be able to remember it throughout your life. So watch it very carefully, pay attention, make notes if you want, and watch these videos over and over again to make your concepts very clear. Let's move ahead. What is chemical bonding? For example, in hydrogen molecule, one hydrogen atom is bonded to another hydrogen atom. So what is this? This is a chemical bond. So this is the linkage or the force which holds the 2 atoms in a stable molecule is known as chemical bond or chemical bonding. So chemical bonding is the force with which 2 atoms are held together in a stable molecule. Now that molecule can be like this of the same atoms. The molecule can be like this of 2 different atoms. Now what is this? This is CH4. So a bond can be formed between 2 similar atoms. A bond can be formed between 2 dissimilar atoms. Okay. So basically what is a bond? A bond is the force which binds 2 atoms or more than 2 atoms together in a molecule, and that molecule has to be a stable molecule. Okay. Now next is, what is the reason for formation of chemical bond? Why hydrogen would like to bond with hydrogen, or why here this carbon would like to attach itself with 4 hydrogen? Okay. Now for understanding this, first we should know what are noble gases. Now children, you know these are the noble gases: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. So these have a very characteristic property that they have stable electronic configuration. Helium has only 2 electrons in the outermost shell. Rest all of them have 8 electrons in the outermost shell. And these noble gases do not react with any other element, or it doesn't even react with itself. Why? Because they have a stable electronic configuration. In the outermost shell, except for helium, all of them have 8 electrons in the outermost shell and helium has 2. So the outermost shell is completely filled. It doesn't want any other extra electron, or it doesn't want to give away any electron. So its valency is completely satisfied. But when you talk about all other elements in the periodic table, all of them have the tendency to attain the electronic configuration as of its nearest noble gas. For example, sodium. Now sodium has an atomic number of 11. Okay, so its electronic configuration is 281. Now it has this 1 electron extra in the valence shell. After that, this 8 is completely filled. So it wants to give away this electron so that it can attain the stable configuration of the nearest noble gas, which is neon. Okay, neon is 2,8. Neon is atomic number 10, so it is 2,8. So sodium wants to give away this electron so that it can attain the stable the electronic configuration which is close to the nearest noble gas, right? So every element in the periodic table, okay, wants to lose away electron or gain electron so that it can attain the electronic configuration of its nearest noble gas. So the lines that you will write for reason, the answer that you will write for reason for formation of chemical bond is The driving force for atoms to combine is related to the tendency of each atom to attain stable electronic configuration of the nearest noble gas. You will underline these lines, to attain stable electronic configuration of the nearest noble gas. So every element wants to attain the stable electronic configuration of its nearest noble gas. That is why it will have the tendency to form bond. Right now, the methods by which it can attain the stable electronic configuration. Now children, there are two methods to attain this stable electronic configuration, is electron transfer or electron sharing. Now as I told you the example of sodium, it had 281, so it gave away one electron and formed cation. When any atom loses electrons, तो electron कम हो गया, तो क्या बढ़ गया? Positive, so it will form cations. And some elements wants to take electron, for example chlorine. Okay, so it is 287. It is difficult for chlorine to lose 7 electrons, so it will take that 1 electron and form anion. Okay, so by electron transfer, metals will form cation by losing electrons, non-metal will gain electrons and form anions, and there will be an attractive force between cation and anions, and they will be attracted towards each other to form a chemical bond. This type of chemical bond formed by electron transfer is known as electrovalent or ionic bond, because this is the bond formed between ions. Metal will lose electron to form cation, non-metal will gain electron to form anion, and there will be attractive forces between metal and non-metal, between cation and anion. So this bond is known as ionic, because दो ions आपस में attract होके bond बना रहे हैं. So this will be electrovalent, right? Now next method is electron sharing. Okay. Now in electrovalent, you should remember one is metal and one is non-metal. But in electron sharing, there are mostly two non-metals. So both the non-metals cannot lose electrons, so they will share their pair of electrons. Okay. So by electron sharing, which type of bonds are formed? Covalent or coordinate. I will talk to you in detail about covalent and coordinate bonds in my next videos. Now children, let us understand what are the periodic properties which affect the chemical bond formation. In my previous videos, I have told you about ionization potential, electron affinity and electron negativity. Now let's recall what is ionization potential. Ionization potential क्या था? The amount of energy required to take out an electron from the outermost shell of an isolated gaseous atom. अगर कोई element है, जैसे सोडियम हमने डिस्कस किया था, right? सोडियम has 281. So ये 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन outermost shell से निकालने के लिए जो एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड है, that is ionization potential. So what does it say? It has to be lower for metallic atom to form a chemical bond. तो अगर ये easily निकल जाएगा, तो it will be easier to form cation. तो metals के लिए जितना IP कम होगा, उतना टेंडेंसी है कि वो अच्छे से केमिकल बॉन्ड बनाएगा, right? So IP has to be low so that it can give away the electron very easily to form cations. Next, electron affinity for non-metallic atom should be high. Means non-metallic element को affinity, the love towards electron should be high. Then if the love towards electron is high, it wants to attract electrons, so it can easily form anion. Right? What electronegativity difference? Now the difference between the electronegativity of a cation and an anion should be high so that it can form bond very easily. Okay, एक बहुत easily इलेक्ट्रॉन दे रहा है, एक बहुत easily इलेक्ट्रॉन ले रहा है. तो एक strong cation है, एक strong anion है, तो they can form bond very easily. So if I revise periodic properties, IP for metals should be low so that it can easily give electrons and form cations. EA for non-metallic atoms should be higher so that it can easily take electrons and form anions. And electronegativity difference between the two atoms that are forming the bond, okay, has to be very high so that the bond can be formed very, very easily. So these were the basic things for chemical bonding. If you understand these basic things, it will be very easy for you to understand these 3 bonds in detail. Please watch our next 3 videos so that you can understand these type of bonds. I will be dealing all the different examples that I asked in the exam and the formation of all the different those examples by this type of bonding. So please watch our next videos and do share it with your friends and comment in the comment box if you have liked it. Thank you once again for subscribing to us and for liking all our videos. All the best.